Okay, everyone, I'm going to really quickly show you how to work through a Twitter chat. So first and foremost, we're looking at my Twitter homepage here, my Twitter dashboard, if you will, as far as once you've logged in. Now, the biggest thing I can encourage you is to do the chat on a computer. It's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier to follow, engage with other educators from around the state. However, you absolutely can do this on the phone. You just have to reciprocate the steps, but obviously using your handheld device. So that being said, we're logged in Twitter, and then we're going to get rolling here on how to find this. The first thing you're going to want to do is come right on up to the search bar, and then you want to type in hashtag MichEd. It doesn't matter if it's capitalized or all lowercase. All hashtags are universally directing. So once you've typed it in, hit enter, and then it's going to take you to a return. Now, this return is going to display anything that has ever been tweeted by order of most recent to most dated. Anything that's ever been tweeted involving hashtag MichEd. Now, I like to use hashtag MichEd. I would assume most of you who are pursuing teaching would like to stay within the state, in which case this is going to connect you to educators and administrators from around the entire state. We all jump into these chats, so that's why we want to make sure we're using this one. Now, there are a lot of great national chats. Some of my favorites are hashtag TLAP, hashtag TLAP, which is Teach Like a Pirate, hashtag SS Chat for social studies educators from around the world, hashtag PE Chat for physical educators. And then, there are hundreds and hundreds of chats out there that you can really dive into to connect yourself with educators from around the nation, even around the world, to help build your professional learning network. Again, the core foundation at the beginning of the course of EDU 321 is the 21st century educator. And this is where a lot of development has been really happening involving Twitter. So we've searched hashtag MichEd, and then we're taken to our return here. Now, there are a couple things going on. Sometimes you'll see teachers up here. Matt McAuliffe is an excellent educator. He's served as an administrator as well. He's an innovator. A great account to follow. You can see content-based ones. You can go straight up here and click people, and you can see anyone who's tagged themselves into hashtag MichEd. These are all teachers or administrators in the state of Michigan. I highly recommend you don't driving in here and building your PLN based on what is present within here, because all of these educators are great resources of support, as well as great resources to build your PLN. They can answer any kind of questions you might have within seconds even. So people, you can see latest, which is where you would want to click on the 14th when we dive into the hashtag MichEd chat on what do we love about education. This gives you the most recent, and this is the view I would stay within. I would constantly keep refreshing here if you want to use just a Twitter return. I'm going to teach you about TweetDeck here in a second. That's what I really recommend because everything is spread out in front of you. So everything's more visible. Now, when we're actually in the chat itself, one thing I would do if you want to use Twitter instead of TweetDeck, I would open up an additional tab, go to Twitter itself, and then have one open for notifications. Okay? That way you can see people responding, reacting, favoriting your tweets as you're tweeting them, and you can respond to them as well. So you can help build your PLN. And again, that's if you're using Twitter. I recommend this. This is TweetDeck. Now, what TweetDeck is, it's a live system of communication that is built within your Twitter account. If you're logged into Twitter on your computer, going up to the bar and typing in tweetdeck.twitter will automatically log you in here as well. So you don't need to re-sign in anywhere. You're already here. Anywho, once you're in this view, I always keep two of them open. My messages column as well as the home view. That way, I can see who's sending me a direct message about anything that might be happening in class. I can work with you all as well as, see what's going on live in the Twitterverse. Now, when you're actually preparing for the MichEd chat, I would go over to add column, okay? Then I would go search. Once you're in here, I'm going to go ahead and clear all of those. Search Twitter. I'm going to click in there, hashtag MichEd. And then you have a specific window that is open for the MichEd chat. The only thing that'll appear in this one will be any kind of tweet that's related to the chat itself. Let's say, for example, a specific user is posting all of the questions. What I would do there, so you can constantly see where those are, because it might get overwhelming and you're going to want to try to keep up. I would come in here, add column, user. We'll say, for the sake of this, it's myself at George History. Hit enter. We're going to add that column there so you can see all of the tweets coming from this specific user. Okay. TweetDeck's amazing. So I recommend you consider using this for the chat itself. That way you can constantly see everything. If you want to, from this view, let's say we want to get rid of my home tab because it might be distracting you during the chat. Go ahead, click the little button here, then remove. Okay. From there, we can add another column and go with notifications. Now, I have multiple options here because I am also in charge of our high school's track and field account as well as our National Honor Society one. I want to make sure I have notifications for me, add column. That way, you can have all of this open directly in front of you, and all 4 columns technically can relate to the chat itself. Okay, I highly recommend considering TweetDeck over just standard Twitter. It's all spread out right in front of you. And to be successful in this chat, I really would consider reciprocating the 4 options I have here. Now, we won't know who's actually posting the Twitter questions until the day of the chat, or at least a couple days beforehand. We're a little over a week out, so we have time to figure that one out. But this is how I would set it up for MichEd chat, as well as any chat you might be doing to help build your PLN and help build your understanding of how technology is used PK-12. Okay. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message. You can see those coming in, as well as, just shoot me an email. Have a great day, everyone.